psychedelics. Have you fucked with psychedelics? Talk about that.
I like mushrooms. I think they'll be legal soon.
I heard a lot of benefits about mushrooms.
Yeah,
you got information about that?
Yeah, you can microdose. You can use it for like PTSD.
But is this the same mushroom that makes you see things?
Yeah, you just.
What does it do? What is it?
Okay, like depending on like how much you take will determine what you like. Like you take like half a gram, you probably can get a good body high. A gram, depending on your weight, tolerance. When's the last time you took them, etc. There's different levels to it. But I say like 0.5. I would say I'm not an expert. So I'm not trying to act like I know any. Like I just know from just personal experience. If you do like 0.5, 0.25 to 0.5, you should have a really good body high. But I'm thinking if you even do like 0.2 grams, starting out that like it, and then doing like 0.2 like every couple hours, that should start to give you some kind of.
There's a lot of benefits to it. I think it was like arthritis, like.
I know I feel
stress.
I feel great when I'm on. Like my body feels amazing. Like
as far as your mentality though, when you came back from the trip, did it? Does it change you?
Yeah, you should be changed. You don't because you went on a trip. Yeah. You going like how I'm looking at. I'm just sounding. I'm gonna sound real nutty here, but I'm just a different way of thinking. It's just what I'm saying. Like I'm using a quote to kind of to put it all together. If you think the same at 40 that you did at 20, you wasted 20 years of your life. Right. So what these little trips are, and if you do it right, especially you talk to somebody else, talk to yourself, talk to God, talk to whatever, you're gonna if you trip hard enough, you should have went somewhere else, and you should be able to leave certain things behind, hate. You see what I'm saying? Aggression, because when you do enough, and you do the right amount. And you get like you start feeling like everything's one. I love you. You can do all that goofy shit like hippie shit. But that's what you see. Like you feel the oneness, you see the patterns and things. So my point is, when you come back from that, you should still be there mentally. Like because you're not like you can even feel like you went there physically. Like if you take, you know what I mean. Like some people take like. Dude, I haven't done DMT yet, but all the people I've talked to that done DMT, they say like they fucking see shit. Like 15 minutes, you gone, bro. Like you out to lunch in a good way. You know what I mean? In a good way. But they say they left. But really, I was like,
so they stuck basically it kind of helps you deal with past trauma.
Yeah, you can like that but you can have a bad trip. Like now, I've personally never had a bad trip. I mean that shit works, but I'm doing it anyway. But I've never had a bad trip, thankfully. So, I've always done it in around people that I trusted, you know what I mean? And around environments that I wanted to be in. Most of the time, the first time I ever did was at Wakarusa.
Have you tried them?
No.
Have you? I heard a lot of good things about it.
I didn't do it until my mid-30s.
Mid-30s. See, that's one of those I want to wait for.
But what's crazy is the way I talk and think my whole life, people would always be like, how much acid have you done? How much shrooms have you done? And I'd be like, bro, I ain't done any of that shit, right? And then, so when I finally did it, and I mean, I've taken enough to like trip and see some shit. All it did for me is like I could feel really good, but it didn't change how I thought. Does that make sense?
You were already on that shit.
And I was already on. So I was like, I get it. It's like, so now, because what people who had done acid, they could understand me because the way I would like connect things, and that's what the autism part comes in. But they were, they would say that shit to me, and I'd be like, I've never even done it before. But then after I took it, I was like, oh, I get it now.
And this shit is natural, huh?
The shrooms are. I don't know much how LSD. I'm not an expert. I know shrooms are natural in the sense like they just grow on their own.
Wow,
they grow on shit and stuff like that.
And they make you see shit.
It's amazing though. The shit you see, like you laugh. Those shit's hilarious. It's just, dude. Every time I've had them lately, I've had good batches. I've fucking be eating on them and shit. I be
you get appetite.
Oh yeah, 'cause I smoke some weed too. So I'll be like fucking this is awesome.
Damn, you do a combination of both.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, how I figured it out now is like
I'll
there's
freak
different
out,
variations.
probably.
Like I might not eat throughout the day, but I will. But like early in the morning, like I'll even do juicing. Like a couple days up to it, like one day before I might do a juice fast, right? Just do the juicing vegetables and fruits and things like that. And then the day before that, or the day after that, which would be the day before I trip, I'll eat like a bunch of pineapples, bananas, apples, a little bit of quinoa, just, light foods, just, but energy packed. And the day of, bananas all day and like just walnuts or avocados because I would want fats and potassium. I want mineral. I just want good shit in my body because I know I'm about to put some. It's not poison, but I'm about to put some shit in my body. It's gonna alter it. So when I come down, I want to have already the nutrients in it because I think what happens a lot of times, motherfuckers do shit, but they're already eating like shit all the time. I'm not trying to be on a preachy like, oh, go plant based and go vegan. I'm plant based. I'm not vegan because I just eat. My diet is just plant based, but I treat it like science, quasi science in my brain. I'm not all the way like that nerded out about it, but I do put some thought into the procedure. I do give it some respect, if you will. I do treat it like it is somewhat spiritual, even though I know I'm just doing some shit that's fucking on my brain for a little bit. That's really, but it makes sense. I know what I'm doing. I'm just taking some mind altering substances, but I do those things. I do those things so that it'll put me in that good state of mind, so that when I take it, it's just going to enhance that. Because I talk to some people, I'm not going to ask a girl, triple all the time. I've tripped with a dude before, triple women before, or triple with a man and a woman. Depends. But sometimes you talk, girl, you're asking the girl, why you're asking the girl to trip. But she might be like, oh, I can't trip now because I'm not in a good place. They will say some shit like that. They've done enough because they've had bad trips. If you're I've learned through bad trips, through other people's bad trips.
So if you're depressed or some shit, don't do it.
I wouldn't do it.
But I think that's one of the things that kind of cures it, though.
You don't know. You got to go into a setting. You need to be with somebody. I'm saying trip. Like it ain't got to be sexual all the time either. But I'm saying let's trip. Like let's take enough to fucking be like, like that's what I'm talking about. Now if you need it because see, they don't have time to go trip, like because it's not legal yet. It's not. You see what I'm saying? Like they're doing tests on it right now to do it, but you need to go. I think it'd be in a room like this. It'd be some shit just like the way this room is set up right now. Except the person will be laying down, and you'd be talking to them, especially if they've never done it before. And you got to think. I'm talking about doing this for like everybody, not just motherfuckers who have like,
shit crazy.
But I'm talking about like have pop culture references. I'm not talking about that and just a regular person that we think regular that you can just talk. I'm talking about square ass motherfuckers. Square ass, I don't care if you're Asian, black, white, Hispanic, whatever. Square motherfuckers who don't party, don't do drugs, don't have drug, you know what I mean? But maybe could benefit from and need it. That's what I'm talking about. You got to be all the way like this. They lay down, you talk to them for a little bit. Why do you think you need it, or why did the doctor say you need it, or whatever it's getting to that point. Talk them through it, give them the dosage, explain, hey, this is what you see, and then these are things you might feel, blah blah blah. Let me know when you start feeling any of these things, or if you feel anything different. You see what I'm saying? It needs to be walked through if you're going to go on that level to fight depression. That's personally. Now, if you're just a regular person and you've already figured out what your depression, then just go fucking at it. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I make the joke, waiting for my depression to return gives me anxiety. Like, that's my joke. Like, because I'm waiting and anticipating the future. Like, when is my depression going to return? So like, now I'm anxious. You see what I'm saying? So
that's crazy,
right? Like I know I'm gonna be depressed again. I know I'm gonna be depressed again. Like I just who I am. Like I go through bouts of depression. Like it's just what it is. But it's not like depression where I'm just like, oh, woe is me. But it's more depression of like, man, why is this world like this? But then it's like, stop feeling sorry for yourself. Get up, and I'm able to motivate myself. It doesn't last